welcome to Lovely Gma's channel. This is for my call center gang people to go ahead and come aboard and let's get some stress off our shoulders, let's go ahead and let our voices be heard as well. We're essential workers, but during the pandemic here, I've not been feeling very essential, So, just like I explained in an earlier video, I do have anxiety, depression, excuse me. Let me go ahead and say it correctly. Anxiety, depression, and yeah, I am battling it, and it is a little bit tougher now during the pandemic, because you have a lot of people at home, and they want to get stress off their shoulders too, as far as like what's going on. They're cooped up and everything else. So I get it. So you gotta go ahead and, voice your frustrations to somebody. Oh, let me tell you, this drink is very good. It's sangria. It's rose. I know that looks backwards, but it's very good. 13.9% alcohol, but it's good. But yeah, just like I was saying in my last video, sometimes you gotta sympathize. See, that all it took is one drink, one sip. Sympathize with the customer. And there has been a lot of occasions where, I do sympathize because I'm a down to earth. I get past due on my bills just like everybody else. Like as I'm making this video now, I may have some collectors that have Googled my email and found out I got a YouTube channel and be like, any indication of where she work at? Listen guys, I'm gonna pay you $25 a month. Okay, but anyway, yeah, there's certain times where you do have to empathize, and be down to earth, and be that understanding person, and which, hey, 95% of the time that is me. But like I said, you got those people that doesn't care that that agent may be going through, maybe having a bad day, just like you're having a bad day. And, hey, you just need somebody to go ahead and, give a little courtesy. They like their job. They love their job. I'm pretty sure, because if they didn't, they wouldn't come to work. But they don't like, irate customers, So, but you changed me now. You look so real. I'd be a fool to play. I play around with you. I want to stay with you. Okay. So, I'm back. Okay, hold on. And I'm back. Just that quick. I just have to turn the music down. But Lovely Gma is back. And small accomplishment, but you know what? It gave me enough confidence to keep going. So, I got 7 views. Don't laugh at me. Do not laugh at me. Because you want to know something? They say, if you can get to 1 person, then you did your job. I got to 7. Wait. Anyway, so my reasoning into coming on today is to talk about empathy. Sometimes I empathize and sometimes I don't. So, call center gang. Y'all know how it is. Sometimes we want to empathize and sometimes we don't. And thank you for coming back to Lovely Gma's channel. Thank you. So as I was saying, because I did explain how I'm new at blogging. So I'm trying to catch a hang of the editing and everything. So please be patient with me. I'm new. But I'm liking it though. So my thing is empathize. That's what we're going to talk about today, and that's the discussion, and that's the little story I got to tell you. Empathize. Empathize is the ability to understand, you know, and to relate. To relate. So definitely we're going to talk about that. Well, not even talk about it. I'm just going to give you my story. And hopefully you guys out there don't be too shy. Don't forget to subscribe. And also leave a comment. Like I said, let me know some of your worst calls, good calls, and all that stuff there. Because, you know, good calls always make you feel good. You know, so, yeah, don't be scared to go ahead and speak. The counselor kind of gave me some wrong information, and I'm doing the opposite of what they told me. She told me to write it down, write it down. If I write it down, who's going to know how I feel? I'm going to make a YouTube channel. I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to get it off my chest. So, I can be at peace. Yo. And get an understanding as to why people act the way that they act, and can they stop? But anyway. So, my story. I worked in collections, right? Worked in student loans. And student loans is very tricky, because, you know, you have a lot of bars who go to school, even graduate, but don't actually work in a profession that they go to school for. But in turn have to pay out $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, $20,000 with interest can end up being like $30,000 with interest, you know, and so on. So it builds up. So it's like a never-ending rope, you know, that you're stuck to. So, in collections, you know, we have our goals that we gotta reach and everything and all that. So I did have this elderly lady who, her Social Security check was being garnished, you know, because of the student loan. And, you know, she called in crying, you know, because, you know, you got to think about it. You're already on a fixed income, and here it is, the government is taking like 15%, you know, so it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? In that case, I understand. Because it's like your situation, your financial situation is never going to change. No. Never going to change. You know, the way that she explained it, you know, she's going to be on it for a while. Okay, gotcha, not a problem. I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to see what I can do to help out, you know, because this is not fair. You know, I went to school as well. I went to ITT Tech, and I didn't graduate. They closed down, but unfortunately, I still got to pay for the student loan, so I get it. I got to pay for something that I didn't use. She's paying for something that she didn't even end up going into profession of. But now that she's at this age, she has to pay it back. So I thought to myself, she's already being garnished, you know. My thing is, let me go ahead and kind of explain the good with the bad and kind of see how you want to work this, because only you know your finances. You know, I'm not going to come on the table and like, give me 500. That's not fair. It's not fair. So I put her on hold, you know, and kind of looked at everything and looked at the bare minimum, you know, because I'm here to help. I'm not here to kind of get the most money. Me taking the most money out of you does not bring me any joy. Brings the company joy, but not me. No. So I got back on the line. I told her, look, this is going to be hard just for 30 days. Just for 30 days, you know, but you got to think it's a positive to this. And she was like, what? You won't be garnished. But for 1 month, you may have to struggle. I mean, if you can't afford it in a lump sum, got it. Let's go ahead and set you up on like weekly payments, you know, see what you can do. I don't know why I'm here, but see what you can do to kind of get this resolved, you know, because at the end of the tunnel, this can be lifted, you know, but see what you can do. And she was like, no, I'm going to do that for the month and, you know, go ahead and so I can get off the garnishment. Okay, so this is what we're going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and offer you the William D. Ford after we go ahead and get you off this garnishment, because obviously with you being on a fixed income, you're not going to be able to afford high payments. Let's go ahead and offer you an income contingency, you know, where it's something that you're going to be comfortably paying. Empathy. Will I expect the same thing in return if I was to call into a student loan place? Of course. Of course. You know, because what you give out, how they say, what is that saying? What you give in, what you put out. What you give in. What you put out is what you get in. I think, I don't know, correct me. But yeah, that's my story. You know, that's something that, yeah, I get it. But yeah, you guys go ahead and let me know what your stories are, good or bad. Bring it on the table. Let's go ahead and laugh about it, because I haven't even got to the funny calls. So let's go ahead and laugh about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So thank you for visiting my channel once again. This is Lovely Gma, and I enjoy looking at the views, even though there's 7. Let's see if we can get it to 10. Don't forget to subscribe. You guys have a good night. Try to be perfect, so give me a purpose to love. I just want somebody to treat me like somebody.